This video will be a full tour and documentation of this 2014 Lexus ES 300H.
This ES is painted in the obsidian exterior color.
It does have smart key access. Door panels do have storage. As you'd expect, you get power windows, locks, and mirrors. And the driver's seat also has 3-person memory settings.
The luxury package includes perforated leather seating, and this one has a black interior with bamboo wood grain trim throughout.
Both front seats are fully powered. And now, let's go ahead and turn it on. On the key fob, you got the buttons for lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic. And it does have push button start.
Toyota launched its premium luxury brand known as Lexus back in 1989. While the now renowned brand would go on to produce many high-end sedans, coupes, SUVs, and even a supercar, their initial lineup for 1990 consisted of 2 sedans. The 2 Lexus models that started it all were the flagship LS and this, the mid-sized ES. Now the ES isn't the only mid-sized executive sedan that Lexus has offered, as the Lexus GS, introduced later on, is of a similar size. However, the GS and ES are actually quite different. While the GS had a rear-wheel drive platform like many other cars in the segment, and was designed to be more of a luxury sports sedan, the ES is based on the Toyota Camry's front-wheel drive platform, and is focused mostly on comfort and being a plush luxury cruiser. Anyhow, the Lexus ES debuted, as I mentioned before, for 1990 as one of the original Lexus models, and as of the making of this video, is currently in its 7th generation. This 2014 we have here represents the 6th generation of the Lexus ES, which was produced from model years 2013 through 2018. It is closely derived from the 4th generation Toyota Avalon, and also the 2012 generation of the Camry. The ES did receive a mid-cycle facelift for 2016, which subtly touched up the styling, making the trademark Lexus spindle grille more pronounced, and also upgraded some of the features and tech. Also new for the 6th generation ES was the addition of a gas-electric hybrid variant, which of course is what we have here. The US market 2014 model year Lexus ES comes in 2 main variants, ES 350 and ES 300H. The ES 350 has a 3.5-liter V6 engine making just under 270 horsepower, while the ES 300H hybrid has a 2.5-liter inline-four engine paired up with an electric motor to make a combined output of 200 horsepower. Now as for transmissions, the 350 has a 6-speed automatic, while the 300H has an e-CVT auto. Front-wheel drive is the sole drivetrain. Other 2014 front-wheel drive-based luxury competitors include the Acura TL and Lincoln MKZ, among numerous others. In Lexus's 2014 sedan lineup, the mid-sized ES is slotted between the entry-level IS and the more expensive GS.
In the instrument cluster, you have 4 analog gauges, including your fuel and temperature gauges, your speedometer, and then this one, as you can see right now, it is the power gauge, although when you put it into sport mode, it becomes the tachometer. And There was also a digital info display. It has a 3-spoke leather and wood steering wheel. It is multifunctional. As for controls, on this side you got your audio controls, and on this side you got hands-free phone and voice commands, button to go through your information display in the gauge cluster, following distance for your adaptive cruise control, and then you've also got your cruise control stock itself right here. The steering wheel is power, tilt, and telescopic. Next to the hood release, you have your electronic trunk and fuel door releases. Some storage for the driver. Got the buttons for your blind spot monitoring, parking sensors, your power mirror controls, air vent for the driver, your panel dim, and the button to go between your trip computers and your odometer. Got your exterior lighting stock. And then on this side is your wiper stock. Now going down the center of the interior, you got the main screen for your infotainment display, passenger airbag indicator. We will go over this in a bit. Air vents, analog clock. Does have a CD player, got a lot of your physical radio controls, got a couple shortcut buttons for the display, for the infotainment system, power button. Right here you've got all the controls for your dual zone automatic climate control. Got the controls for your 3-stage heated and cooled front seats, along with the button for your heated steering wheel. And with this button you can raise or lower the rear sunshade. From there, got a cup holder. Just in front of the gear shifter, you got your drive mode selector. Below it, you got your traction control and the button for your EV mode, so you'd be running solely on the electric motor and not the gas engine. And then this main knob right here, you got 3 modes. Got Eco mode and normal mode. Now with Eco and normal, this gauge, as you can see, is the power gauge. But when you put it into sport mode, that gauge becomes a regular tachometer. Putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera. The side view mirrors also tilt down a bit. Now here is the main controller for your infotainment display. We will go over that once again in a bit. You have another cup holder right here. Center console does have a removable tray, and inside it you got a USB port, an aux port, and a power outlet. The glove box is lockable. Of course, both sun visors have vanity mirrors and lights. Auto-dimming rear view mirror with garage home link, roadside assistance, overhead lighting, and you got your power sunroof controls. Now finally, let's go over this infotainment display. So here's the main menu, and as for the controls, you got the shortcut buttons for your map and home screen. Now this joystick right here, you can just move it around the screen. So anyways, first, got some of your navigation stuff. All things corresponding to the navigation system. So to info apps, got a lot of stuff like SiriusXM Travel Link stuff if you got a subscription, so local weather, fuel prices, all that kind of stuff. Got a plethora of settings. Now here's the radio screen. Have AM, FM, and SiriusXM. I do believe you also have Bluetooth audio streaming. Media. So there is Bluetooth, anything you might have hooked up to the USB port, aux port, and you also got a CD player. Climate, got your climate control. From here if you don't want to use the physical controls, and phone for, well, pairing a phone. Now when you put it in a navigation map, it actually moves differently. It now moves sort of like a computer mouse. Got the cursor in the center and it's just sort of moving around freely, and that is how you have to use it because this is not a touchscreen. All 4 windows are fully automatic. We'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window, have a look at the engine bay. The parking brake is foot operated.
These 17-inch 5 split-spoke alloy rims are exclusive to the ES300H model. The ES300H's Lexus hybrid drive system is comprised of a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter inline-4 combustion engine and a high-output permanent magnet electric motor. The gas engine itself, which is a dual overhead cam 16-valve Atkinson cycle power plant with VVTi technology, makes 156 horsepower. Total system output, however, is 200 horsepower. The transmission is an automatic e-CVT which sends power to the front wheels. Running on regular unleaded with a 17.2-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates for the ES300H are an impressive 40 mpg in the city and 39 mpg on the highway. It has a 4-wheel independent McPherson strut suspension setup, along with 4-wheel disc brakes, including ventilated front discs. Curb weight for the ES300H is about 3,660 pounds.
Of course, being a hybrid, it does have a blue Lexus badge. In traditional Toyota and Lexus hybrid fashion. As you saw earlier, the fuel cap is located on the driver's side. Both front seats do have storage pockets on the backs. A power outlet back here along with your rear air vents. Got a folding center armrest with 2 cup holders. Also got coat hooks back here. And for someone who's about 6 foot, 6'1", it is pretty comfortable back here. Now, I did put the driver's seat where I would have it if I was driving, but then when I turn the car off, the seat moves all the way back, so it's actually further back than where I had it, where I would have had it if I was driving. So, as you can see, even with it as far back as it is right now, I still have legroom. My legs aren't touching the back of the seat. Headroom is also pretty sufficient. My head is just about touching the ceiling, but I don't have to bend my neck down or anything. Can't go wrong with Lexus. Might be my favorite premium luxury brand. Single exhaust.
The trunk of the ES300H offers 12.1 cubic feet of cargo, which is less space than the non-hybrid models due to the battery placement.
Thanks for checking out this tour of this 2014